Hey everyone, my name is Chris, and this is the Teacher's Lounge. Now if you're like me, you're 6 foot tall, and you're named Chris. But also if you're like me, you probably teach board games very frequently. So the Teacher's Lounge is the place where I teach some of the recommendations for teaching games that I've picked up over the years. Today's game, all about literature, is called 5 Tribes by Bruno Cathala. This takes place, very loosely themed, in the 1001 Arabian Nights. What is fun about this game is that it is, well, firstly, very beautiful, has tons of awesome components. It has lots of mechanisms going on. It has set collection with these cards, it has special powers with these genies, it has an auction for turn order, but most importantly, what the game really shines in is this kind of Mancala-ish movement. So for example, if I were to grab these meeples here, I'm going to remove all of the meeples from this starting tile, whichever one I choose, and I'll place one at a time, moving along here until I land in a space. When I land in this space, I have to match meeple colors, but then I will grab all of them, and whatever color that I match with will grant me some sort of power, and then the tile that I landed on will also grant me a bit of a power. Well, how do you keep all of these straight? Because there's 5 colors of meeples, the 5 tribes, but there's also a ton of variety of these tiles. There's a variety of what the market cards are and what the genies are. My teaching recommendation for this game is that you teach right from the player aid. Days of Wonder tends to do pretty good with including player aids in the more complicated games, and this is no exception. So you can see the player aid here does a fantastic job of outlining what an entire turn order is going to be like, what the different tribes' abilities are, the different tiles' abilities, and all the different ways that points are going to be scored, and what triggers the end of the game. That's fantastic for players. But what about this gigantic stack of all of the different genies and their unique powers? Where you flip it over, and every single one of them is lined up and explained exactly how it's going to work in alphabetical order. I really like how much information is laid out in a very straightforward way on this player aid, so I will use it as a teaching aid because it's just going to help people find answers to their own questions. It'll help people internalize some of those rules, like the order of operations, the order of everything happens on a turn, and I think that that is such a critical point that'll help people internalize the game quicker. And I love that it can help people find answers to their own questions instead of feeling like they're asking, hey, what does this thing do? And feel like they're giving away their strategy when they're playing for the first time. I know some people have said they don't like handing out player aids in front of people because they're going to search ahead or look ahead or something. As long as you're doing an okay job explaining, I think that this is going to help people have something that they can focus in on. And that's how I like to learn, so that's how I like to teach. Hope that this helps. There's tons of games with good player aids out there. 5 Tribes just happens to have an incredibly robust one. So, hope this helps. If you have any other teaching recommendations, ideas, tips, anything you'd like to share, comment below and I'll respond under the name Meeple Overboard. Thank you so much for watching.